Hey everybody, in this video we're going to go over 5 drills that we really like here at 360 Player that can help your team keep possession of the ball, and of course with these drills your players will have the opportunity to work on their passing skills, movement on and off the ball, working together as a team and being able to move that ball into areas and spaces where they can have an advantage against their opponent. So without further ado, let's jump right into these 5 amazing possession drills. This first drill is called the Rondo pressure drill. Now, when it comes to keeping possession of the ball, in general, Rondo drills are amazing. Johan Cruyff once said that pretty much everything that you do in a match, except for maybe finishing, takes place in a Rondo drill. Now, I like this Rondo variation because it's not the standard keep away where you have 2 players in the middle and a bunch of other players standing around them. This one can actually be turned into a competition between 2 teams. So basically you have a team on one side playing keep away and the defenders come from the team on the opposite side. If the ball is given up on that side, a coach plays the ball out to the other side and that team then has an opportunity to keep away from the opposing team. As a coach, you can say that a team can earn a point if they hold on to the ball for a specific amount of time or connect a certain amount of passes in a row. That way you've got 2 teams competing against each other to try to win and do their best. As a coach, I always love having that competitive aspect amongst my team because I really think the spirit of competition brings out the best in my players. The second position drill is called Find the Killer Pass. To do this drill, you need 2 teams. One team with the ball is going to have more players than the defending team. And basically in this drill, the offensive team with the ball tries to move the ball around and playing keep away from those defenders, and then when an opportunity presents itself, one of those offensive players can run into the middle and receive a pass for a point. This drill really teaches players to be patient and then finding that killer pass when it's on. You don't want your players to force the ball, but rather being patient, keeping possession of the ball, and then when an opportunity presents itself, that's when they can go in for the kill. With drills like this, be sure to rotate players so that the same players aren't playing defense all the time and that everybody gets a chance to work on the various aspects of this game. This next drill is probably the easiest drill to set up in this video, but I love it because of its simplicity and effectiveness. This is the 2 team against 1 possession drill. All you need to do for this drill is set up a large grid and you create 3 teams. And what you do is you have 2 teams team up against 1 team that is going to defend against those 2. It's that simple. The 2 teams play keep away from the 1 team defending for a certain amount of time, trying to see how long they can keep the ball or how many passes in a row they can complete. After the time is up, rotate the team in the middle and see which 2 teams, when working together, can complete the most number of passes. One of the great things about this drill is that it always ensures that the team that is working on possession has more players than the defensive team, and that inherently makes it much easier because in order to keep possession of the ball for players that are trying to develop that skill and experience success, it helps when the defense has less players than the offense. Oftentimes with possession drills, I'll find myself adding neutral players or all-time offense players to really ease the burden on that offensive team and to help them experience success keeping possession of the ball. With more advanced teams and more skilled players, you can reduce the number of offensive players to make this tougher for them to keep possession of the ball. Another way to adjust the level of difficulty is the size of the grid. If you have a very large grid, that means the players on the ball will have more time and more space to make those decisions, and that will make it easier for them to keep possession of the ball. If you want to make this drill very difficult, make those spaces smaller and tighter, and that is going to force your players to think more quickly when the ball comes to their feet. This 4th drill is my personal favorite drill, and this is the 3-team possession drill. This is similar to the drill I mentioned first, the Rondo pressure drill, except it is with 3 teams. Basically, you've got 3 zones with a team in each of the zones. The team in the middle is always the defensive team. As a coach, this drill starts by playing a ball out to one of the sides who plays keep away against 2 of those defenders that come from the middle. If a team on the outside completes a certain number of passes, they can then play a long ball switch to the other side to earn a point. If the team on the side loses the ball or loses possession, they become the new team in the middle and then have to send 2 players to the opposite side to try to pressure. This is another drill that's based off of those basic Rondo keep away concepts, but then adding in that element of competition amongst multiple teams. For this drill, I typically use larger spaces towards the beginning of the year, and then as players get more comfortable being on the ball and making decisions, gradually making those spaces tighter and tighter. And I actually love to use this drill as part of a warm-up to get players sharp and focused before a training or a match. This fifth and final drill is keep away to neutrals in the corners. This is another 3-team drill where one of the teams starts out in the corners of this grid. And basically those players act as neutral players so that the two teams fighting in possession always have that numerical advantage to play off the players in the corners, receive the ball back, and continue on. In order for a team to score a point in this drill, they first need to complete a given number of passes in a row and then play it into one of the teams in the corner for a point. The team that just got scored on then takes the place outside and the team that was in the corners comes on. This drill can get extremely competitive amongst the 3 teams, but keep in mind that if it goes a long time without one of the teams scoring a point, you may just want to rotate the players in the corners. You know, if it goes more than a few minutes, that way players are not standing still in the corners for too long, because as a coach, you want to have your players moving and being engaged throughout the training as much as possible. So always be wary when you're doing drills with neutral players that if it seems like people have been on the sides or not moving for too long of a period of time, you can always step in and do those rotations yourself as a coach. So with that being said, guys, those were 5 awesome drills to help your team keep possession of the ball, become more skilled on the ball, and all of those sorts of things. Leave a comment down below which of those is your favorite or which of those you think you would like to try with your team. And be sure to subscribe if you like videos like this with drill ideas, or check us out on Instagram where we've got a ton of drill ideas there for you and your team. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.